It's just like they got to do better with these TV shows. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier was cool. I'm trying to think what else was
It's
good
just
though.
like they got to do better with these TV shows.
Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier was cool. I'm trying to think what else is good to watch. Um, that's kind of it. Like it was Falcon and Winter Soldier. It was damn. It's a really short list. Like I didn't even really get into Loki or like that. Like the only reason I've been watching a lot of these shows, excuse me, is just to stay up on Marvel and everything that's been going on. For the most part, everything has just been straight, just kind of uninteresting. Oh, and if any, I wonder why I don't have my camera on. It's just because I'm having camera issues, like something's going on with it. So this is probably as good as it's going to get. But I'm still live streaming, so it's still kind of cool. But anyway, like I said, there really hasn't been nothing to really watch or talk about as far as the Marvel or DC side. I know new CEO David Zaslav has been chopping everything down. A lot of people were upset with the Batgirl movie getting canceled. Which, in all honesty, man, I really wasn't all that excited for it. I completely forgotten about it. I completely forgotten about it, and so it just really wasn't all that. And I don't know. I just didn't care too much about it. And so moving on, getting back to the She-Hulk thing. I know a lot of people were upset this week because uh okay, so Sam Rogers comes in, says I have no interest in anything Marvel and DC are doing. So, I mean, when it comes to Marvel, I forgot what the lineup was coming into this fall, but they got some stuff I'm interested in. They got some stuff I'm interested in. Um, what's the movie that comes out? I think in November. You got Black Panther 2. And I'm trying to think what else they got coming out. I think that's the last thing they got in this phase right now. And then after that, everything else kind of drops until next year. When it comes to DC, there's nothing really interesting me on their end. And Sam Rogers comes in and says, "We need the Rippaverse." I honestly agree. I'm waiting for the comic to drop because I can't wait to read it. Uh, But getting back to the whole She-Hulk thing, with She-Hulk, it's like everybody was upset this past week because you had most of the episode, a lot of the episode actually was focused on Megan the Stallion, and it was like you had She-Hulk twerking at the end of the episode and all this shit, and I can understand people like you know not being happy about it or feeling just like what is this that Marvel and Disney are coming to? This shit's whack. You know what I mean? And so I can understand everybody not happy about that. I did tell myself that I was gonna try and go into it with an open mind and not I was gonna go into it with an open mind and not go into it like, oh, this shit finna be whack because I knew it was gonna be a lighthearted show. I knew it was gonna be a lighthearted show. I knew it was gonna be uh I knew it was gonna be a lighthearted show. I knew it wasn't gonna be like super exciting or super um I don't know. I just didn't expect it to be nothing crazy. But I'm hoping that they're able to improve in the future. With later TV shows. I don't know. I just hope they better than what this was. This show was not good. It wasn't interesting. It was just kind of like, y'all got to do better. Um, but yeah, this episode, listen, everybody was just upset because of the whole twerking thing. Then you had this old lady who was trying to basically catfish this lawyer, and the lawyer ended up coming out of pocket $175,000. The show just wasn't. This show just hasn't been good. It hasn't been great. And like I said, the first episode it was cool, but then everything after that it's just been straight boring. Like second episode of She-Hulk was boring. Third episode of She-Hulk was boring. I'm not expecting anything from this one coming out this week. I don't think it's gonna be nothing exciting. I know everybody's just waiting for Daredevil to show up. Everybody just waiting for Daredevil to show up. And I know they said Daredevil is going to be a much more light-hearted character going into this show. Like he's not going to be Daredevil is going to be a much more light-hearted character going into this season or his own show. I do wonder how far into the future his show is going to be because I know with it not being on um, Netflix, it's going to be it's not going to be super serious. It's not going to be super dark, super edgy like the one he had on Netflix was. But I'm still I don't know. I'm still looking forward to it. I'm trying to keep an open mind about it. I'm gonna try to keep an open mind about it. But anyway, so when it comes down to She-Hulk, like I said, just try to keep an open mind. Don't judge it too harshly. Like I said, I know I said the first episode was good, and every episode after that has been pretty boring. And I'm not lying. Every episode after She-Hulk has been pretty fucking boring. There's been little things in it that have been exciting, but for the most part, She-Hulk just hasn't been like like it's not. It hasn't been can't miss. Like everything else has been can't miss. Um, yeah, everything else has been like almost can't miss. Let me rephrase that. Um, One division was can't miss. Everything else was cool, but it was a lot more interesting than this. This stuff here has been just not interesting. I don't know. It just hasn't been fun. But I've seen some stuff. Moving on to the next thing, I've seen some stuff online. Somebody was posting saying that Henry Cavill is probably going to be doing both Marvel and DC. So I don't know what's up with that. I'm about to check into that because I know they've been playing Henry Cavill over in DC. Like this dude ain't even been getting no kind of shine. So I'm wondering what's up with that. Uh, I'm wondering what's up with that. Then there's another rumor, I guess, that Denzel Washington's headed to Marvel. So I'm curious about some of the stuff that's been going on. I haven't really looked into it, but if Henry Cavill jumped ship to Marvel, then hey, good for him. Because this man hasn't been getting no kind of shine over on the DC side. And, Sam Rogers comes in and says, "I don't want to award them for bad storytelling. That's why I won't watch it." Can't argue with you that. Can't argue with you there. And congratulations, man. Just thank you to everybody. Um. Anyway, uh, anybody new coming in, please hit the like and subscribe button. We're trying to work our way up to 600 subscribers. That's the next goal. I do want to do more of these live streams. I probably have to get a camera on this thing just because the camera I have right now was busted. So, anyway, like I said, with Marvel and She-Hulk, it just I don't know. You got to go into it with an open mind. That's my best advice for anybody that's watching it. You have to go into this with a open mind because um, I knew going in, She-Hulk was going to be a lighthearted show. It wasn't going to be super serious. So I'm trying to keep open mind. The biggest thing I want to see is Daredevil. I'm curious about the suit though, because it's gonna be like red and gold, not just like all dark red like it has been in the past. So I'm curious about that. But yeah, I don't know what they got going on going into the future. There are some other things I'm curious about, like the Hulk being on the ship, the alien ship that caused the crash. And what was the other thing that happened? Oh yeah, there was something Wong said about erasing people's memories in this last episode, but I know She-Hulk takes place before Spider-Man: No Way Home, so I was curious about why did he say that? Like, when did this happen before? Did I miss something? Um, did I miss something? I'm trying to think what else did I possibly miss in this episode or any other. I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's something else I probably missed, but I don't think there's anything I missed. But anyway, moving on to the next thing, which is DC canceling everything under the sun. So I know there's not going to be DC fandom going on this year. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I haven't looked into it, but I know there's not going to be a DC fandom going on, which I'm not surprised that we're not getting DC fandom because at the end of the day, DC, DC, with the way David Zaslav has been counseling everything, it makes sense. It makes sense why they're not doing DC fandom because there's nothing to show. There's nothing to show. So I can understand why they decided to be like, oh, we're not doing DC fandom this year. Like, there's nothing to show. And excuse me, the one thing I didn't realize before was that um, when they did was Comic Con, they didn't show anything about Batgirl. They didn't even mention Batgirl one time from what I saw. It was all about is Henry Cavill gonna show up? It was all about Black Adam, and it was all about Shazam. And I gotta honestly tell y'all, I'm not looking forward. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I gotta honestly tell y'all, I'm not excited for either one. I'm not excited for Black Adam. I'm not excited for Shazam 2. Even though Shazam 2, like it looks more interesting than the first one. But it's hard watching anything DC because DC hasn't been doing anything because they haven't been doing anything exciting. And Albert Dramatic says, show more of comedy and court drama for She-Hulk. I'm okay with it. I don't know, man. It's just hard to get behind it, man. This show just hasn't been exciting. The first episode was good. Everything else afterwards has just been like snoozeville. And like I said, it's a lighthearted thing you have to go into with an open mind. Like I knew that, but I just haven't really been excited to watch it because it just hasn't been exciting. He says, "Think get another version of Hulk in the series." Yeah, my thing with Hulk is a lot of people have been saying that Marvel Disney has been shitting on the Hulk because when he came into the show at the beginning, he was like this badass motherfucker. Not the show, but like the movies, right? In the first Avengers film. And then as you get on, his character kind of gets whacked. Like the Avengers and Infinity War, he was cool. Then I think it was the third Avengers film. He wasn't really doing shit. I think it was Infinity War. And then after that, it was just like he was just straight crap. Like Hulk wasn't really exciting like he was previously. So it's been kind of disappointing. It's been kind of disappointing seeing what they've done with the Hulk. Now, I'm not the biggest Hulk fan. I did watch the show back in the 90s, but I'm not a Hulk fan. And I'll be dramatic. Says smart move. Don't have many DC movies to make complete sense. Why not get in DC fandom? Yeah. Excuse me, mouth was dry. Yeah, he's been I don't know, man. I hope that David Zaslav has a plan. I still think he should have released Batgirl anyway, because I mean, like, what do you there's nothing to lose. You might as well get some kind of money out of it. You might as well try and make some change out of it. I forgot all about it. I honestly did. Until they said they were canceling it. I forgot all about it. I didn't think nothing of it. So, going forward, I'm curious to see the moves that Zaslav is going to continue to make. I think he should keep Henry Cavill. I know everybody is excited talking about, Ben Affleck's coming back as Batman. But I do wonder what they're going to do going forward if he decides to come back fully. And not just a cameo. What are they going to do with him and Robert Pattinson being two Batmans in two different universes? You know what I mean? So I'm curious about that. But look, man, I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 1,000,000 times over. We need a Man of Steel 2. Like I know all we've had is, we got Man of Steel. Then you got the Batman versus Superman movie that came out. Then he was in the 2017 Justice League film, which is straight garbage. I saw that movie twice. And then fast forward, you got the Zack Snyder cut, which I know is not canon, at least from what I've read. But listen, I've said it. Give Zack Snyder the keys and let him run with it. You know what I mean? Let him run with it because what y'all got so far, it's like, dude, nobody, what y'all got going so far is nothing. You know, like what y'all got going so far is nothing. It's like nobody's out here excited for what's going on with Marvel and DC. Not Marvel. I'm sorry, not Marvel. With DC. And it's like as much as you want to get behind it, as much as I want to go back and watch the shows and the movies, it's hard to get excited when you don't know where it's going. Give me a second. And so, anyway, um, as much as I love DC, and I see all these clips on YouTube of Superman and all the movies that they've dropped. It's like, man, it's hard to get excited because they're not doing anything to get people behind what they're doing. So, like I said, I am wondering where Zaslav is going with DC because I want it to be exciting. Will it ever rival Marvel? Quite honestly, I don't know. Quite honestly, I don't know. St. Roger says, you can always enjoy the classics, but I have no interest in anything new. Tell me about of Marvel and DC. Um, yeah, I know I can. I know I can, but it's like I want DC to do better than what they've been doing. It's hard to get behind it when obviously they show is not the show, but they movies just haven't had a complete story. Like you look at what they're doing, and it's like they got all these separate movies. They're throwing stuff at the wall, trying to see what fits, and then you come back, and it's like, oh, um, nothing's. There's not a whole complete story. Is what I'm trying to say. So it's disappointing to see. And I'll be dramatic says background movie is still happening. We're scheduled for later time. Well, I know they had some execs or maybe some um I don't know, some people, press, whatever. They went and saw it. Shit, I wish I could have went and seen it because I can't imagine the movie being that bad. Look, I didn't like the suit that she had on, but I can't imagine the movie being that damn bad that they decided not to show it. I think the people need to be the ones to make that decision on seeing it. He said, "Sorry, I meant coming out of anything Marvel or DC. Stupid. Sorry, man. It's all right. It comes out and says, goodbye, everyone. Great stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But anyway, so that's my thing. That's my nitpick with DC. I hope David Zaslav has a plan and he's able to go through with it and give us concrete stuff. That's what I hope when it comes to DC. As far as looking at the Marvel side of things, I'm still a fan of Marvel. It's just it's been hard getting behind a lot of these shows because a lot of them just haven't been interesting. WandaVision was the one that kept everybody on their toes. Everything else from Falcon and Winter Soldier to Loki to which was the other one? Hawkeye. I enjoyed Hawkeye. Everything else just hasn't been super exciting. But honestly, Hawkeye was one I actually enjoyed. Hawkeye was one I actually enjoyed. I actually thought that one was actually a lot of fun. Um, yeah, Hawkeye was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed that one. But there hasn't been any show that's been like, oh snap. There hasn't been any show where it's left you on your toes since WandaVision. And so you know, I doubt we'll get anything close to that. Well, actually the closest that came to that was shit, what was it that came close to that? It was Moon Knight. But Moon Knight was nowhere near as good as WandaVision. It was cool, but it wasn't as good. And that's it is what it is. I'm still a fan of Marvel and DC, but I just want to see DC get better. As far as the Marvel side, I think people are, burnt out, myself included. And All Blue Dramatic came in. He says Mark Ruffalo, oldest Hulk actor, probably. Why? True that. True that. But I think everybody's just burnt out when it comes to what um, Marvel is doing. Like they just not making it. I don't know if they're trying to get new fans out here or what they doing, but they just not making it exciting like it should be. Like you got I'm trying to think what the slate is coming up in the future. I have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up, but it's just a lot of things that people aren't excited for when it comes to what Marvel's doing. So especially with this phase has just been straight like not interesting. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. This phase has not been fun to watch. It's not been fun to watch. It's been slapstick boring. I've tried to keep my okay, so that I know. That I know. Okay, so Upper Dramatic comes in and says Universal also owns Hulk, even Namor. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy with Namor because it's like they never did anything with him. With Hulk, I know we had two movies. Cannot stand the early 2003 film. Don't like it at all. The one that came out after that, I think it was supposed to be like a soft reboot. That one I actually like. I was disappointed when you look back at the Hulk movies, and well, not the Hulk movies. I was disappointed when you look at Hulk in Avengers, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk versus the other Hulk, because I was like, dude, he was he was cool like that. The 2000, let me see, so the 2008, the Incredible Hulk, that Hulk looked badass. He looked like he can fuck some shit up. But when they gave us Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, it was hard to be excited. I just didn't like the way that he looked. Like the Hulk from 2000, that Incredible Hulk, he looked badass. Like he could fuck some shit up. Yeah, his Hulk compared to Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is two different. Just can't compare him. Edward Norton. Okay, so yeah, Edward Norton looks good as the Hulk. His Hulk looked really cool. Oh, I almost forgot the Abomination. The Abomination. Like, I don't know what it is. It's disappointing to see like, his character go from a badass in the Incredible Hulk to what he is now. He's just not super exciting. They like dumbing his character down. They try to reform him and make him cool, or just I don't know. It's just not exciting. So, so I can see why people aren't really excited. Like, let the characters be. If they bad, let them be bad. If they're good, let them be good. Like, I think they should make Hulk drop the Professor Hulk and let Hulk go back to being Hulk instead of this Professor Hulk because it's just not interesting. Like, it's more interesting when Hulk can be the badass that he is. Let Abomination be the badass that he is. What they got going on now just isn't fun or interesting. It's like the characters have just kind of gotten whack. And Albie Dramatic comes in and says David Zaslav is restoring the Snyderverse and firing Sam Hamada. I heard he's out. New president getting replaced when Black Adam movie comes out. So yeah, I did read about that. I forgot what the guy's name is. I forgot what the guy's name is that's coming in. Basically, people are saying that he's going to be the new, he's going to be the new Kevin Feige. I'm gonna have to wait and see. I don't think his track record is that long from what people have been saying, but I'm curious to see what he's going to do because I've said that Warner Brothers needs to get a Kevin Feige like figure over there to get their stuff together because they've been shitting the bed for too long, and it just hasn't been super exciting to watch. It has been super exciting to watch. So I'm hoping that DC is able to, I'm hoping Zaslav comes out with a concrete plan and gets it together because what they've had going forward just hasn't been all that fun or exciting. But like I said, I'm down for Marvel. I've been down. I still go back and watch a lot of the old movies, like Iron Man and the first Thor film. But everything else, I'm just kind of like, I'm just like, I don't know. Some of the stuff's cool to go back and watch. Some of it's not. But I'm still down for Marvel. I'm a big fan of Marvel. And like I said to myself, and I'm telling all y'all, go into the next phase with an open mind. I can't imagine it being any less interesting than this one. Because this one definitely has not been fun to watch. Some of the stuff they've had has just been snoozeville. I've been trying to be positive about it. But when I sit here and watch it, I'm just like, it's not great. This phase has been trash. There's been a handful of stuff that's been good. For the most part, they got to do better. They got to do better. And so, it's neither here nor there. Let me bring up the phase right now. Phase 5 of Marvel. Let me see what they got coming out. Let me see what they got. So looking at phase 5, I guess we got Ant-Man Quantumania. I talked a lot about this in the live stream a while ago. That movie, I can't imagine it being any worse than the last movie that just had came out. I can't imagine it being any worse. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All right, so Ali Dramatic says David Zaslav getting rid, saying Hamada as president, DC having different visions. He already has a new president in mind. Cool. So I'm hoping, like I said, I hope he can get it together and get somebody in there that has a good vision. Cause yeah, it just DC just hasn't been hitting anything good lately. Like the animated properties have been good. I like the animated stuff, but the live action stuff has been trash. And I just hope they're able to get it together. So thank you, Oscillator. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All right, so Albert Dramatic comes in and says, "Did you enjoy WandaVision?" Yes, I did. I love the WandaVision series. It's funny when you actually think about it, though, because WandaVision was a show that everybody thought it was going to be whack, it was going to be boring, it wasn't going to be interesting. And come to find out, oh, this stuff was good. Everybody enjoyed it. That was one thing everybody thought was going to be trash, and then it turned out to actually be good. I thought it was going to be whack. I'm like, this whole sitcom series thing is going to be whack. But then, some stuff started happening, and it actually turned out to be really good. That was the one everybody thought was going to be trash, and it turned out to be really, 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 really good. So I got the phases here on my phone. So going into the next phase, you got Ant-Man Quantumania. That's the first thing that's coming up. I'll Be Dramatic says we might, I guess he's saying we might get Fantastic Four series because we have same director from WandaVision. I think my biggest thing is who's going to be playing Mr. Fantastic. Who's going to be playing Mr. Fantastic? Because I don't think it's going to be the guy that was recently in the recent movie in the Doctor Strange film. I think they're trying to find somebody else. I think they're trying to get the guy from what's that TV show? You on Netflix or something like that? Something like that. So I don't know. I mean, I trust Kevin Feige. He's been doing a great job. I'm curious to see where they go just in the future. Eventually, I guess we're going to be getting the X-Men at some point. What I want them to do when it comes to the X-Men is sit on Logan. Do not let Logan come out for a while. If Logan doesn't come out until, I don't know. It depends on how they do it. Because now that we have TV shows and movies, I don't know how they're gonna do it. They may bring Logan in the TV show, or they might bring him on later on in the movies. But whatever they do, I hope they sit on Logan for a long while. Let Scott be the leader of the team. Let Logan kind of be the outsider that comes in, because they've been the way they pushed Logan for the last 15 something years, since like the early 2000s, has been crazy. So let Logan sit back for a minute and let Scott be the man to take over the squad. That's just my one thing. But I know they're probably like, I guess, race swapping the characters. Um, I'm trying to think. I know I know there's talk of, not rumors, but probably talk of race swapping the characters. I've seen people post about it on social media. Another film I'm actually looking forward to is Blade. I'm wondering how Marshall Ali is going to do his Blade. Now, to me, no matter how good he does, my Blade is always going to be Wesley Snipes. And then I'm looking online right now, and it says MCU is John Krasinski done with Marvel. Honestly, I hope not. I hope he actually comes back as the full time. Um, I hope he comes back as the full time Mr. Fantastic. I think if that's the role, yeah, because he did a great job in this little cameo role. So I hope he comes back as a full time Mr. Fantastic. Because when I was in the theater, it wasn't packed, but a lot of fans were cheering. So I hope that he comes back as a full time Mr. Fantastic. Um, but looking forward, I'm trying to looking forward. Like I said, I'm trying to keep an open mind to a lot of stuff that Marvel is doing going into the next phase. Like I said, I can't imagine um, Ant-Man Quantumania being any fucking worse than what we just got. Because the second one was trash. I'm glad I did not waste my money and see that in theaters. I waited until I think it was Netflix or Disney or whatever, then I watched it. But I couldn't get into it. It was boring. And you got Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Again, I hope this Guardians of the Galaxy is better than 2, because 2 is bad. I hope they go back to making it more like the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, because this one just wasn't really it. Like I said, when it comes to Blade, I'm trying to keep an open mind. I don't know how Marshall Ali's work is going to do. Like, how is he going to be in Blade? I don't know if he knows a lot of martial arts type stuff, or he's going to like just knifing everybody up. The only thing I saw him in was what was it? The other TV show they had. I forgot the name of it already. I forgot the name of the show. Crap, what's the name of that guy? I don't know. He started something else, but I forgot the name of the show. If it comes to me, I'll bring it up. But I've only seen him in one other thing. Oh, Luke Cage. It was Luke Cage. He was in Luke Cage. And he did a great job as Cottonmouth. I kept watching after they killed his character off, but as soon as he was in as Cottonmouth, I was like, man, this show got whack. And I know we got Ironheart, and I see we got Thunderbolts, which from what people have been saying, Thunderbolts is basically a Disney Marvel version of the Suicide Squad. So I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with that. But then you got Daredevil Reborn, so I'm curious to see how far into the future that show is gonna be compared to. I want to see how far into the future that show is gonna be compared to them ending it on Netflix. So there's a handful of stuff coming out I'm excited about. Or at least interesting. I put it that way. I'm interested in them, I'm not excited. Like Loki season 2, I think it could be interesting. The first season was cool, but I'm more interested to see what they go in the second season, especially with the variants and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why we're getting this Agatha Coven of Chaos. I know there was a different name for it, but I don't know why we're getting this. Who's interested in it? I'm sorry. And then looking down to phase 6, you got Quest Fantastic Four and both the Avengers films. If both the Avengers films hold both their fucking titles, dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. No lie. Albert Dramatic comes in and says, yeah, DC definitely still in phase trying to get together, take time for sure. Hope President like Kevin Feige. Yeah, DC main problem. Yeah, I hope so too, man. Because as much as I like going back and watching the old stuff, in the back of my mind, when I know it's not going anywhere, it's hard to get excited about it. It's hard to get excited about it. So it's that's just my thing with DC. As much as I love DC, and I've been a fan of DC since I was a kid, from Batman Beyond to the Batman animated series to Superman from the '90s. I just want to see him get better. Um, I just want to see him get better because it's been hard to be a fan when everything has been so sloppy and poorly done. So yeah, I'm hoping that they're able to moving forward. They have a concrete plan and they're able to actually get stuff, you know, together. But yeah, I'm just like I said, I try to keep open mind no matter what I watch. It doesn't have to be superhero stuff. I try to keep an open mind just so I don't have to. Just so I don't go into it thinking negative and it turns out to be shit. Like I can't think of the movies. I can't think of any movies I watched recently that I thought were shit and they came out to be good. It's nothing that hits the top of my head right now that says, "Hey, this movie was." There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing I watched recently I thought was gonna be bad. No, actually, I went into Nope with an open mind. I watched Nope, and honestly, I couldn't get into Nope to save my damn life. Like the main character, I don't know what the guy's name is. He was in Get Out. His character, honestly, was just so emotionless. Like his sister reacted way more than he did to seeing alien ships and all the other stuff. And I know we're supposed to be getting some sequels or spinoffs of Nope. What was the guy's name? Let me see. Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah, he played OJ. Yeah, he was so emotionless in this movie. It wasn't even funny. Like Kiki Palmer really stole the show. Yeah, Kiki Palmer really stole the show. I didn't really care for what was it? I didn't care for. Let me see. I gotta find him first. I gotta think of his name in this movie. He has a famous brother. But anyway, one of the guys in this movie, one of the guys in this movie, Dave Franco. I don't know his character's name in the Nope movie. I didn't really care for his character in that movie. He just really wasn't all that interesting to me. So, I don't know. Overall, the movie was all right. I give it a 6 out of 10 if I had to grade it right now. But it's not something I would go back and watch again if I could. Even if it was on TV, I wouldn't watch it. Um. Anyway, is there any interesting movies y'all seen lately? Let me know in the comment section. Looks like we got one person watching. I appreciate it. I've been wanting to get more into live streaming lately. I just haven't had to find the time to do it because I try to take some days off from doing videos. I have like a few days I do videos and then take a couple of days off here and there. So I appreciate everybody for checking it out. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It does mean a lot. If any of y'all wondering why I don't have me on the camera, it's just because my cameras is surprisingly I didn't even know it was messed up. So that was pretty surprising when I turned this on. I was like, holy shit, it's messed up. So I'm definitely got to get an outside camera to use. So that was pretty surprising. But yeah. Oh, and the other thing I'm excited for, hopefully it drops this month or they start shipping this month as a Rippaverse. Which I've been seeing getting a lot of shit on Twitter. And listen, I was a subscriber to Eric July long before any about the Rippaverse stuff came out. And then eventually I like unsubscribed just because I wasn't really into the politics. And then I ended up like resubscribing again once I saw that he was coming out with his own comic. I was like interested. And so then I resubscribed, and I've kind of been like I've been like really interested in what the Rippaverse is all about. So I'll be dramatic comes in and says, "Nope, not God play Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange 2, someone else." Oh shit. Okay. Well, damn. Well, hey, he got a cameo, so he got a cameo, which is cool, I guess. I'm hoping they're I don't know. I trust Kevin Feige. I believe in his vision and where he's going. So hopefully it's going. Hopefully, it'll be somebody who's worth watching. I just hope they get the story right because I still didn't even watch the one that came out. Like, I didn't even watch the last Fantastic Four film that came out. I'm trying to think what. I'm trying to think what year did that film come out. I didn't even watch it. I started to one day and I just didn't get into it because it's like if you know it's not going nowhere, it takes the fun out of watching it. Thank you. LB Dramatic says Mahershala Ali was Luke Cage. Yeah, see, I liked his kind. He was good. He was good in. He was good in. He was good in Luke Cage. I like Mahershala Ali in that show. He was great. I'm trying to see what year the Fantastic Four film came out. Because the only Fantastic Four films I got into were the ones that came out in like 2006 or 2007 or 8, whatever year, 2005, 2007. And then I know they did another one like 2012 or 13 with like Michael B. Jordan and stuff like that. But that one I was just like trash. I didn't even watch it. People were calling it trash. The director came out and said he had a better script, but the theater, not the theater, but the whoever had ownership at the time was not even letting him come out with his own vision, which don't make sense. Like that's one thing I don't like is when there's too much interference from the studios. When there's too much interference from the studios, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, chill, let the director work his vision. That's why you hired him. So it's how it goes sometimes. But let's talk about the Rippaverse. And so yeah, I was a subscriber, and then I subscribed, and I went back in and subscribed again. And honestly, man, I can't wait to see what they do with the Rippaverse. I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be interesting. People, like I said, have to go into it with an open mind and give it a chance. Because if you're going to shit on it before it even comes out, before you even know the story, it's like, why even pay it any attention? I'll be dramatic says Thunderbolts will be an interesting movie. Daredevil Born Again is a reboot of season 3. Okay. Hope works out. Daredevil was best Netflix series. Yeah, I agree. Because when I first, the only thing I really liked, honestly, for me, out of Netflix series shows, when it came to superhero stuff, was actually Luke Cage. I didn't like it at first. I actually had to come back around and watch it because the show, it was like he didn't want to be bothered. So I was kind of bored. Then I came back around, I got interested. But yeah, Luke Cage and I'll say Daredevil are the two best shows Netflix had about those superheroes. I never got into Jessica Jones. Iron Fist, forget about it. I like the team up that they all did. That was cool. I actually like the team up that they did. That was cool. But for the most part, the rest of it I just cannot get into at all. And so it is what it is. It is what it is. But hopefully the show hopefully moving forward with Disney, there'll be good shows. I know they might have to dumb down the shows a little bit. By the thing says congratulations, keep killing it. Thank you, man. That's my goal. 600 up next. That's my next goal. But hopefully looking forward with Disney shows. I know they're gonna probably have to dim them down because they're gonna be on Disney. So you're not gonna get a lot of the extra stuff you probably saw going into the Netflix shows. But I was shocked when they canceled them. But then again, I shouldn't have because Disney came out with their own streaming service. I guess they're waiting until the contract was up before they took their stuff back. But I'm looking forward to see what they do next with Marvel, with with the Disney shows. My biggest thing with Disney shows and the movies is I think they need to cut back because it's too much. It was fun when you got like 2 or 3 movies a year. It felt like an event. It was fun. But now with the TV shows, it just feels like there's way too much going on. So it's just not as fun. At least for me. I can't speak for y'all, but at least for me. At least for me, it's just not as fun having all this stuff just kind of thrown at you. And I'm hoping they're able to just kind of like, dumb it down a little bit. Don't give us way too much all at one time. I know it may sound weird, but it's like less sometimes is better. And when it felt like an event with the first 2, 3 phases, I think in the Avengers, it was cool. But now it's like it's way too much with everything going on with Marvel. But I was talking about the Ripperverse before, and like I said, it's something that I'm excited about. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to. I can't wait to read it. I can't remember if I ordered mine earlier or later because I know when I looked at it online, it said it's a first come first served basis. And I think it's really sad to see a lot of people hating on it. I think it's a really sad movie to people. I think it's a sad movie. People are hating on it left and fucking right because it's like, dude, y'all don't have nothing else better to do. You should drop your own comic. I actually got a video about it on Wednesday, so definitely check it out when you get a chance. My video will be out on Wednesday, so definitely check it out. But Albert Dramatic says, nope, movie, a lot symbolism in it. The inner character represented unresolved trauma. Wow, Kiki Palmer character was obsessed with fame, came with price. How some people are obsessed, fame comes with price. Okay, so I read about that too. They said there's a lot of things in there that probably flew over a lot of people's heads. It definitely flew over mine. And Bything says the hate that comes with success. Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, you're right. But honestly, man, I'm excited for the comic. I can't wait to read it. My biggest thing is I've always wanted to get into comic books, but it's hard because there's so many stories and there's so many years you have to go back into comics just to get into it. And it hasn't been super fun or it just hasn't been interesting for me to try and go back when all the stories eventually change up because of you know going back into the past or timelines and all this other stuff. So it's something it's just something that comes with it. But getting into the Ripperverse, getting into something from the ground up, and that's what excites me the most. That's what excites me the most. I'm getting into something from the ground up, and so I'm really excited about that. And I will do, like I said, plenty of times. I will do a review on my channel and give you my 100 honest opinion on that. But yeah, just moving forward. Like I said, try to keep open mind to Marvel. When it comes to DC, we just got to wait and see because we ain't getting DC fandom this year. Makes sense with everything being canceled. I still think they should have just went ahead and released Batgirl, even if they think the movie was bad. Because there's been plenty of bad for like DC has had more clunkers than they've had successes. I mean, go back and look at I didn't watch it. What movie was it? It was the Birds of Prey movie that came out. I thought the title they had was fucking trash. I'm looking up if it's so Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Like what the fuck? You got a 79% of Rotten Tomatoes, but I did not watch this film at all. And I think they still giving one of the chicks her own show on HBO Max or something like that. I didn't find this show interesting. I mean, not the show. This movie worth watching at all. Which one was it? Black Canary. Yeah, I guess they plan on giving her own show on HBO Max. Yeah, I just. I know they're doing the new. What was it? I know they're doing the new Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, and it's with Joaquin Phoenix, and it's gonna be musical. Uh, and my first reaction to that is why? Why? You think it's gonna have Lady Gaga in it? I guess. I'm not a big fan of musicals. I'm not a big fan of musicals. So, I'm not really going into that thinking, oh man, I gotta see it. The first one was great. I love the first movie. First movie was fucking awesome. But I don't know if I want to sit to a fucking musical. But if it comes out, I'll probably check it out. When it comes out, let me put it that way. When it comes out, I'll check it out. Um, I know there's been talk of the Batman 2 coming out or lack of coming out because Zaslav is kind of going down the list, kind of seeing what he wants to do, and I hope they greenlit the Batman 2 and let the director, I think it's Mark Roof, no, Mark, who's the director? Um, who directed the Batman movie? Matt Reeves do what he wants to do because I thought the first one was badass. Only problem is I went to go see it at the last showing. I didn't see it until like fucking 10 something at night, so I didn't have theater until like almost 1 in the morning. I had to work the next day too. It was bad, but it was worth sitting. It was worth sitting through that movie. It was worth sitting through that movie, and I thought I thought the Penguin was awesome. I thought the Riddler was fucking awesome. Like these characters were awesome. They were great. I thought they were really good. So let me see. I'll be dramatic comes in. Think why didn't get Static Shock movie because too big a company interfering. One reason because DC Millstone didn't agree with Vision. Okay. I forgot all about the Static Shock movie. I love the TV show. I love the TV show. I forgot all about this. I didn't even really give it a whole lot of attention afterwards. Was because it felt like it was just kind of sitting in limbo, and it was going nowhere. And so I didn't even like decide to read up anything on it. But if anything, look, man, they need to just give us a cartoon. Like update the old cartoon, or just bring us a new Static Shock cartoon. But I know it'd be kind of hard, especially in this day and age, trying to tackle these issues going on in this day and age. But I love what they did. I love the '90s cartoon. I just want them to see and bring it back. But I think trying to tackle these day and ages, like if they try to put it update the times, I think it'd make it a little difficult. But I love that '90s cartoon. But I forgot we were supposed to get the movie. So I think it sucks. It sucks. It really does. I seen a YouTube video one time where somebody was like, actually recently, somebody had a YouTube video where they were like, "Why does all the black superheroes have black in their name?" Like you had I think was it Black Adam? I don't know if he's black though. And you had Black Lightning, Black Panther. I guess like almost all the black superheroes have black in their name. And it's like why? I didn't watch it all the way through. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, going forward, I just hope, like I said, I hope DC has a good vision for where they want to go. Again, if anybody's just tuning in wondering why you cannot see my face, is because my camera's busted for some reason. I didn't even know, so I'm gonna have to get an outside camera because this one's busted. So it is what it is. Comes with the territory, I guess. But I appreciate everybody for joining me for this joining me on this live stream. I guess that's why everybody else is. I guess everybody else is busy because it's like I keep getting notifications. Everybody's doing live streams, and like I guess it makes sense because depending on where you work, you off tomorrow. So I know I'm off, so I'm happy about that. So I was happy to do a live stream tonight because originally I was going to do this I think yesterday, then I flipped, and I was on schedule for next week. So and then I flipped again and needed this today. So I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more live streams. Definitely got to get a new camera when I'm able to get the funds up. That way I can get myself back on camera But I appreciate everybody for stopping by. It's been a lot of fun. Just kind of rambling on, talking about different stuff. Like I said, I'm a fan of Marvel and DC. Never read the comic books, but I hope DC is able to get it back on track and Marvel is able to get fans excited again. I know a lot of people have been burnt out. I know I have. Not recently though, because there hasn't been nothing really to talk about or watch. But like I said, you got to go into phase 5 with an open mind. You got to go into phase 5 with an open mind because if you don't, then you're gonna be heavily disappointed. And that's one thing I always talk about is people expecting too much. Like when you watch movie trailers, no matter what you watch, don't expect everything you see in a movie trailer to be in the movie. Because that's what happens. Everybody gets, oh man, all this stuff's gonna be in the movie, and then all of a sudden you watch the movie and it's not. So you have to go into it with you have to go into it not expecting too much. Because you go into it with an open mind thinking it's gonna be like everybody went into Spider-Man No Way Home thinking he was gonna get everything, and you didn't. Everybody went into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness thinking he was gonna get everything. Oh, we're gonna get what was it? You're gonna get I forgot the one actor's name. Tom Cruise as another multiverse version of Iron Man, Tony Stark. You didn't get it. So don't go into these movies expecting a lot because you're not getting it. So you're gonna be definitely disappointed if you go into these movies expecting a lot and you don't get what you expected. But that's just my 1-2. You know what I mean? That's just my 1-2. And I'm definitely looking forward to I'm definitely looking forward to Black Panther. I can't wait. I know it's gonna be a super emotional night. I hope I can go into it opening night. If not, I'm shutting off everything until I can see the movie for myself. I'm definitely gonna be shutting everything off because I don't want to have any of that movie spoiled for me. I know we getting Halloween ends on was it Paramount Plus and in theaters. I hope I can catch it in theaters. I'm trying to see when does it actually come out. Let me see. Let me see. Halloween ends release date. Okay, so it comes out October 14th. So I'm hoping I'm actually able to catch it in theaters. If not, it's fine. I'll just have to get Paramount Plus and watch it at home, which is fine with me. Because I can't imagine this one being any worse than the last one. The last one wasn't that good. I thought it was kind of whack. So I'm hoping this was actually a lot better. I'm hoping this one is actually going to be a lot better. Because the last one just wasn't all that good. So I'm hoping this one's going to be a lot better. But anyway, I don't want to keep y'all here longer than I should be. I've been live streaming for a little over an hour. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I definitely be trying to fit more live streams into my schedule. Hopefully, I can have different topics that I can bring up. One thing, I'll be dramatic. Hope Joker's second movie is not too much musical. Exactly. I'm not either big fan of musicals unless Disney movies and one anime. I agree, man. I'm not the biggest fan, so I hope it ain't gonna be too much singing. I don't even think they even need a sequel to that movie. They could just do one movie and call it. They should have just stuck with one movie and called it a day. But with all the money it brought in, it was gonna get a sequel. It was gonna get a sequel. But anyway, thanks for sending that in. I appreciate everybody for joining for this live stream. I'm going to end it now since I've been live streaming for an hour. Hopefully, I can do more live streams in the future. I'll definitely have more people watching. Again, thank you everybody for joining in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get the channel to 600 subs. Peace. We out for the night.